Kumon's the best after-school programme for maths and English that I have ever seen. It's for all abilities, for children who are struggling at school and haven't really got what they're doing. But it's also for those who really enjoy what they're doing and they take a lot of pleasure in advancing and doing work ahead of their school age. So for people like me, it's a great job to inspire them to greater studies.
The service itself is unique. The idea being it's about nurturing the vast potential of every child. So rather than remedial tutoring, it is specifically focusing on improving children at whatever level and stage of education they're at, in order to improve their development so they get to a point of self-learning and can really realise their potential. Kumon, particularly within the UK, where we've been now for 21 or so years, has always used the franchise model as its method of delivery, its business model. It's done that very well. Kumon has been very important in the local communities and in what they serve. And as a result, having a local representative, someone part of the community, a local franchisee, has had a very powerful effect on the promotion and distribution of awareness of the centre. We have over 600 franchises across the UK and Ireland.
I went through the kind of standard educational background of young people. I did my GCSEs and A-levels. I achieved good enough grades to then go to university, study economics at the University of Nottingham. But while I was doing all of that, for the 5 years I was studying, I was actually working as an assistant at the local centre in Beeston, very close to where I was at school. And I picked up a lot of experience there, and that's kind of when my curiosity was triggered about Kumon. I was seeing how it was working firsthand, and it was always in my mind that actually this could be something I'm looking into in the future. Now I'm actually the instructor of that centre where I worked for 5 years. I've taken over that centre, and merging the two passions of mine, working with children and also running my own business, is fantastic, and I'm very happy with that position right now.
From the business side of things, I looked at it and saw that it was well established. It's global. They've got over 50 years of experience, more than I had bringing to a new business. So I could rely upon that to support me in my early days of setting up. I mean, I started off with my own two children in my class. That was my class. I've now got over 140 children, and I've instructed hundreds more over the years. But I saw that it had potential as a business model. I started off as very part-time in order to fit in around my family. It's much less part-time now.
The benefits of investing in an established brand and business model are to effectively be able to start one's business as securely as possible, using a proven business model, in Kumon's case that's worked for the last 50 years across the globe. So for those individuals that are interested in investing money, investing themselves in a business who don't necessarily have that business acumen behind them, that proven model and that extensive brand awareness helps give that platform to build from and the confidence to start one's own business and to invest. An advantage of having that brand awareness and proven business model is in securing financial backing and support. Certainly, many of our franchisees have been able, and found very easily, been able to find that support from various banks and building societies for their endeavours, be it a commercial premises or be it effectively just starting up the centre originally. That really helps build faith and value in your business partners as much as your potential customers as well.
From the very first moment that I went for an interview at first, I saw the excitement and quality of the staff. You know, they are they're very inspirational people, and it just made me want to be part of the team. You know, you want to join in because you know that they are doing a good job, and you think, actually, no, I'd really like to do a good job too. So that has been, that started it all off. From then on, I've been able to grow my business at my own pace. There's no pressure, it is just support. And I know that I'm part of a really good team. I know that everybody who works for Kumon is of a really high standard, and they set high standards for themselves. It's quite hard for us because we're always having to strive for something better. So you do have to always want to be the best and continually improve yourself. So self-study and self-improvement of your business structures and your instructional capabilities is something that we're always working on.
So to start a franchise with Kumon, one needs to invest £3,000. Now from that £3,000, £400 is actually for the licence fee itself, the licence to trade using the Kumon brand, amongst other things. The remaining £2,600 is put towards a franchisee's CPA, or Centre Promotion Account. Now that money is ring-fenced just for them to spend on marketing their own centre across their first 2 years of being a Kumon franchisee. And in fact, our subsidy also kicks in at that point, and we subsidise and throw a further £3,250 to that pot as well. Additionally to pay each month, there is a royalty rate, which is payable to Kumon per subject, per student. And that's a fixed cost. The fees that the franchisee can set for their centre, though, are variable. So once again, it's down to the individual to understand their market, to understand exactly the gross profit that they themselves can look to make from their centre. Additionally, one should take into account, of course, the rental costs that you'd be paying at your venue each and every month, your resource costings too. Most Kumon centres will have numerous class assistants, and the larger your class and student intake grows, the more assistance you'll need in order to deliver the Kumon method. So these are the sort of costs one needs to bear in mind.
My business has actually flourished since I've taken it over. It's grown by 30% and it continues to grow very nicely as we speak. And the main thing I've found since I've taken it over is that actually the support you have from existing parents is very strong. And they often can do a very good job for you, just naturally. Once they see the success of the program with their own children, they actually want to spread the word themselves. And it comes out very naturally with them too. So that's been very helpful for me. But also the marketing I've done, I've been very fortunate in that it's been quite successful. I've found very lucrative avenues of marketing, which have given me a little boost in numbers. So that's helped my business flourish in the short time since I've been running it.
If you were an interested party looking to become a franchisee, we'd invite you to one of our information sessions held across the country. Let's say you were doing that in January. If one took the test that we do there and passed, it's a maths and English test, relatively basic and straightforward, and then was successful in interview, one could be in training to become a Kumon instructor by March and effectively opening up your centre within April. So that's the most minimum time frame, but it can vary beyond that point.
I decided to take on a franchise rather than setting up my own business simply because of the support that was on offer with Kumon. I mean, given my prior experience, setting up my own business from scratch would have been a very risky option. And the great thing with Kumon is that a lot of the unknowns, the question marks that are there when you're setting up a business, they're all kind of taken care of already. I did a lot of research, and the success rate of Kumon centres are generally very, very good. And the financial rewards from it are also very good. So those kind of key questions were answered straight away. So that lowered the kind of risk level straight away. But on top of that, I knew what Kumon could offer academically, and I could see how it had worked previously as I was working in a centre. So all those things put together, it kind of aided my own decision-making process.
I couldn't have come up with this programme on my own. It's impossible. I don't think any single person could have done that. There's such a massive team behind the build-up of this programme. From Toru Kumon in those first early days, writing out those worksheets by hand, to what we do now, they're so finely tuned. There's no way that I could have produced that and started up a business and marketed it myself. It's just not something I could have done on my own. So actually buying into the business makes an awful lot of sense. I'm opening up a permanent centre in the next few months. And so I will be based in a proper Kumon shop, and I will be able to open for more sessions each week and be able to spread the word further in the community, help more students. So I'm really excited about it, can't wait.